81,800. Yeah, you've heard that right. That's the staggering number of Alabamians who recently lost their Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP benefits. I want you to meet Emma. She's a single mother living in Alabama who fell right into that initial wave of panic when the state started enforcing some pretty confusing new rules and deadlines. I mean, she was terrified of losing the literal lifeline that puts food on her family's table. But Emma discovered a completely life-changing way to renew her SNAP benefits online with total ease and zero stress. You honestly won't believe how simple it can be when you just have the right roadmap.
So welcome to this explainer. I am so glad you're hanging out with us today because we're taking what feels like an impossible bureaucratic maze and turning it into a super clear, manageable process. We're going to walk through exactly how to renew your SNAP benefits online in Alabama so you can secure your household's groceries for the year without the headache. All right, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Intro to SNAP. 2. Eligibility and prep. 3. Online renewal steps. 4. Challenges and solutions. 5. Next steps. And finally, 6. Resources and support.
Okay, Section 1, Introduction to SNAP Benefits.
Let's quickly ground ourselves on what this program actually is, and more importantly, why renewing on time has suddenly become a matter of massive statewide urgency. SNAP is a program funded by the federal government, but it's managed locally by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, or DHR. You get your funds on an electronic benefits transfer, an EBT, card each month to buy healthy groceries. Now, because it's state-managed, Alabama gets to dictate exactly how the renewal process works. So why are 81,000 people suddenly losing benefits? Well, it's not just routine expirations. Alabama is facing a potential $170 million funding shortfall by 2027 if they do not reduce their SNAP payment error rates below 6%. The state is under huge federal pressure, which means DHR is rigorously enforcing deadlines, they're cracking down on paperwork, and they're shrinking certification windows. For you, this means there is absolutely zero margin for error when renewing. Section 2. Eligibility and preparation. Because the state is being so incredibly strict right now, preparation is your absolute best defense. First things first, verify you still actually meet the financial criteria. The crucial point here is the 130% federal poverty level benchmark. To put that into perspective, for a single-person household, your gross monthly income has to be at or below $1,696. For a family of 4, that jumps up to $3,483. Also keep in mind, if you have an elderly household member or someone with a disability, the state focuses more on net income after specific deductions. Once you know you qualify, you've got to build your document toolkit. This is exactly what Emma did before she even turned on her computer. And having these items ready is what literally cut her application time from an hour down to just about 30 minutes. You're going to need your government-approved ID, proof of income like recent pay stubs, social security numbers for everyone in the house, proof of where you live, and your current shelter and utility costs. Get these scanned or just take clear photos of them on your phone because you're definitely going to need to upload them. Section 3. Step-by-step online renewal process. All right, this is where we actually navigate Alabama's digital landscape, which, full disclosure, is currently going through a pretty major transition. You might be wondering, where do I actually go to renew? Well, Alabama is currently dealing with a dual portal system. Most counties are still using the legacy system known as the MyDHR portal. However, if you happen to live in Dallas, Elmore, Montgomery, Talladega, or Tuscaloosa counties, you're part of a pilot program for the new ACES portal. That's the Alabama Combined Eligibility System. Make absolutely sure you check your mailed notice so you know exactly which system you're supposed to log into. Once you're in, the workflow is actually surprisingly linear. Step 1, log into your respective portal. Step 2, you're going to look for a notification widget right on your dashboard that says, complete your semi-annual or annual review, and just click it. Step 3, you'll walk through a 4-part data entry module, updating things like your household size, your income, housing costs, and medical bills. And finally, step 4, just submit and electronically sign. It's pretty straightforward, as far as government forms go, as long as you just follow the prompts. Moving on to Section 4, Common Challenges and Solutions. Look, no bureaucratic system is perfect, right? So let's prep you for the hurdles so you don't get tripped up. Honestly, most people lose their benefits simply because they miss a deadline. At month 6, you generally have to submit a mid-period report. At month 12, it's a full annual recertification. About 30 days before these are due, the state will mail you a notice. Ignoring that envelope because it kind of looks like junk mail, that is the #1 mistake you can make. Open it immediately. Here is another massive pitfall you gotta watch out for. 120 days.
That is the exact amount of time your EBT card can go unused before the state flags it for inactivity and potential expungement. So if you're saving up your benefits, be super careful. You need to make at least one small purchase, we're talking literally just an apple or a bottle of water, every few months to reset that dormancy clock and keep your account active.
Another hurdle, the expanded work requirements. For able-bodied adults without dependents, often called ABAWDs, you have to work or train for at least 80 hours a month to keep your benefits past 3 months. But, and this is crucial, there are exemptions. If you're pregnant, physically or mentally unable to work, or caring for a dependent, you are exempt. Just make sure you claim your exemption super clearly on your renewal form if it applies to you.
Section 5. Post-submission next steps. So you've clicked submit online, but your job isn't quite done yet. Here's exactly what Emma did while waiting for her approval. First, she logged back into the portal a few days later and checked the View Outstanding Verification Item tab. Caseworkers frequently ask for just one more pay stub or a clear photo of an ID. Second, and this is totally non-negotiable, you must complete the mandatory phone interview. It usually only takes about 10 to 30 minutes, and they're really just verifying the data you submitted. Once that's all done, federal law actually requires the state to give you a final decision within 30 days.
And finally, Section 6, Additional Resources and Support.
Now, if you get completely stuck, maybe your password won't work, or you just really need to speak to a human voice, you've got options. Here are the numbers you're going to want to save in your phone right now. The Alabama SNAP hotline is 1-334-242-1700. For EBT balances, call 1-800-997-8888. Also, I highly recommend downloading the Connect EBT or Propel app to track your balances right from your phone. And a special note here, if everyone in your household is 65 or older, ask about the ASAP program. It's a real game changer. It uses a much simpler application and extends your renewal period to a massive 36 months, totally waiving the interview. Just a quick disclaimer for you, while this explainer provides a really comprehensive guide to renewing your SNAP benefits online in Alabama, rules do shift and those county pilots can expand. So always refer to the official state resources or contact your local DHR authorities for the most current and personalized information regarding your specific case.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. Emma realized that a little bit of preparation totally conquered a mountain of bureaucratic stress. So, will taking 30 minutes today to organize your documents and navigate that online portal secure your family's meals for the next 12 months? The answer is a resounding yes. Do not wait for the deadline to pass. Log in, get it done, and secure your peace of mind. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Now go get those benefits renewed.